Everyone loves free stuff. Do you like free stuff? Do you want something for free? Well, I'm here for you. We know that camera overlays can cost some money, and animated ones are usually a little bit more expensive. And if you are a starting streamer, you might not have those money or don't want to buy it at the beginning. Either way, it's completely okay. But today I'm here for you to show you how to create simple animated camera overlay for your stream completely for free using our beloved DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is free software for video editing, and I recommend it to you if you are new to streaming and video editing. And it's not just that. It's not replacing just software like Adobe Premiere Pro for video editing, which is paid, but also Adobe After Effects, which is paid as well. And you can have those two softwares in one for free. So I'll just wait for you to download it and install it so we can begin. Ready? So here we are in our DaVinci Resolve title screen. First thing you want to do is create a new project. So click New Project and name it somehow. I'm going to call it Camera Overlay Animated. And now we are in a software. So first thing I'm doing is I head to edit page. I'm not using much this cut page. So head to the edit page and then on the right bottom corner, click on project settings. If you are streaming in 30 FPS, then change your timeline frame rate to 30. If you are streaming in 60, then change it to 60. And save. Then we want to go to our media pool, right click and create new fusion composition. And let's name it camera frame. For a duration, I would go with the 10 seconds. I think it's more pleasing visually. Since it's looping animation, it won't be that fast. And hit create. And then simply drag and drop it down on your timeline. And now we are going to the Fusion page where all the magic is happening. So go down here into the Fusion page, which is this wand. And here you can see that Fusion page is working a little bit different than After Effects. In DaVinci Resolve, you are actually using nodes instead of layers. So it's still kinda new to me as well, and every time I learn something new and interesting for your stream, you can await a tutorial for that. First thing that we want to create is click here on the right on the background. If you don't have this background tool here, you can simply go to your tools and search for background. And click it. One will appear over here. Next thing is to create another one, another background, and once you click it, you can see it automatically create this merge, which is great. If this merge won't appear here, just simply search for merge and drag and drop it down, and then connect this merge to media out. I'm going to just see this viewer in a full screen so we can work more precisely with that. So click on this first background. We want to have a transparent background. So for this one, we will drag alpha to 0. Then another thing that we want to create is a rectangle. So in the tools bar, search for rectangle and drag and drop it right above this second background up here. And you can drag this gray square and connect it to the background. Now we want to create our camera frame. So click on rectangle and let's adjust a bunch of options. So first of all, I'm going to uncheck solid and create a border width 0.01. This is, I would say, quite solid. If you want more thicker or thinner, just adjust this value. Then I want to have this square border style, and this is for typical resolution of webcam. So if you are using squared one or some different shape, you can adjust all those sizes over here. You can change your width to create more square shape. If you want to reset your current settings, just click on this small dot. If you are using a circular webcam, just try to create the square and then change your corner radius, and then maybe adjust width. Next thing that we want to do is to create a color of this frame. So we are going to change the color, and you can change the color in this background which is above this rectangle. So if you want to have one solid color, it's completely up to you. Just select one color and you are good to go. But today we are going to create this camera frame with gradient overlay. So here in a type you have multiple types of this gradient, but I would say picking the gradient is the best choice because you have quite a multiple choices over here. So first of all, we're going to select two colors. So first color you are going to create by selecting this triangle over here and then selecting the color. So I'll do probably this blue. And for the second color, select the triangle on the other end and select the second color. Probably something like that. Then you can play a little bit with these amounts. I probably move this to something like 0.25 and this one to 0.75. So this gradient here will be more vibrant. Another great thing what you can adjust is these points of gradient that start and end. So I'm going to drag start to the bottom left corner and end to the top right corner. So it will create a little bit uneven gradient. And now last thing to do is to animate this camera frame. So click once again on a rectangle, and for the length I will go with the half of the frame. You can adjust that to your liking. And now if you are not at the beginning of your timeline, just drag this orange line at the very beginning or just type 0 over here and click on this diamond next to the position which you are creating a first keyframe for the animation. Next thing is that you want to drag this line to the very end of the animation. So since it's 10 seconds, mine will be 599. And then drag your position all the way to the 1. So now we can check how it's working. It seems that's working, it's nice and smooth. I'm not going to touch any splines and adjusting speed since it's camera frame and we want to make it move at the same speed. So one last thing that we want to do is to export it. So head down on this rocket to deliver, put some file name. I will go with camera frame. Select location where you want to export it. Make sure your frame rate is same as frame rate that you are streaming at. So if it's 30 then 30, if it's 60 then 60. And select the format for MP4 probably, that will be best for your OBS. Then add to render queue and render it. Now the last thing that you want to do is head to your OBS, add it as a media source and make sure you will check loop option so it will go all the way around and around. There you go, your simple animated camera frame overlay, nothing complicated, but definitely improvement for your stream. I hope it wasn't too hard for you and you were able to make it. If you want to show your creation, feel free to tag me on any social media, links are in description, and there is a chance that I'll share it. If this tutorial was helpful for you, leaving like, comment, subscribe or turning notifications on will be much appreciated, and I will see you in the next video.